129 days in, man. And your balls are the only thing that you have in this life that can change your life. That is all you have. Your balls. You and your balls. Not your heart, not your brain. Your balls. Your balls are the only thing that you can trust as long as they are filled up to the brim. You know, as long as they're thick and heavy and you can feel it swinging while you walk. You know, you walk a different way when you can feel them, swinging, like clacking back and forth between your legs. You can really feel that sensation of being a man. And there's something so sensational about it that the other gender can't even experience. And you are taking it for granted. You're taking it for granted that you are born in this life with the capacity to create. You have the capacity to use your balls to your advantage. But no, you spill it out everywhere. You spill it out all over your stomach. You start to get it all over your face sometimes. I know it happens, trust me. I've done it before. I've done it a couple times because the experience isn't too bad. But you gotta come to the point, you gotta come to the realization that that's not it. That's not what life is about. That's not why we're here. We're not here to keep on spilling our seed all over the place. You know, slipping and sliding all over the floor because it's sticky and slippery at the same time. Because there's just nut everywhere. You know, you have a designated sock for you to, bust in. Or you got a designated woman for you to bust in. But it's not your girlfriend, it's not your wife. What are you doing? What are you doing? Really come to that realization. Especially if you're watching adult content like I'm watching another man do what I want to do. I want to conquer. I want to create. Man. And he's doing what I want to do. And that's getting me turned on. When you can be getting turned on by the idea of yourself doing that, by the idea of you actually enacting not just, aimless intercourse, but on the endeavor of just conquest and conquering. There's so much to still discover and conquer within this world. Because this world is you. It is an embodiment of you. You are the world. You are the source of everything. Once you are gone, everything else is gone. Everything else despawns. You are the prime consciousness of your life, of your own world, of your own cinematic universe. So you have to come to that realization and make sure that you start to become the main character. And semen retention will make you do that. It will make you remember your potential. Remember your mission. Remember your conquest. Remember your skill set to actually endeavor. That's what all of this is about. It's not about just, giving up on watching the adult content. It's not about just no fap. It's about really utilizing your energy in the proper ways, the ways that we were always supposed to. If you're not creating life, if you're not creating a baby and bringing life into this world with your semen, then you should be using it in another creative way. That is why we have that power. This power of our semen. It has the potential to create another conscious. So it is sentient. It is sentient essence. All religions talk about this. This has been talked about for thousands of years. And even, in current history. Very powerful figures within our society have done it, have practiced this. And that's how they became champions. That's how they won themselves. That's how they conquered themselves. That's how they were able to finally break through and manifest their reality. You're wondering why you can't break through. You know how to manifest. You understand all the fundamentals of how to manifest, but you don't have the right vibrational energy to actually do so. Because you're still entrapped in your own world. You're still entrapped in the world of lust. And with that sort of vibration, you can never get ahead. You know, even if you do conquer something whilst being lustful, you'll get that karmic retribution every single time. It will stab you in the back every single time. So you have to realize this is real potent energy. Your balls are all you got, man. And you gotta start listening to your balls. You know, start acting more fearless. Stop stressing so much. Start acting more fearless, more courageous. Start questioning things again like you did when you were a kid. You used to question everything because you didn't have any fear of judgment. You know, it was okay to question things. But now when you're an adult, if you question things, you're just seen as odd. But fuck it, that's fine, that's okay. If you're seen as some sort of outcast, that's what's going to make you special. That's what's going to give you the potential to just actually grow. You have special gifts, you have special abilities. Everyone is born with their own special abilities. And you can gain special abilities. But you have to practice semen retention. Like, it's going to come to a point at a certain age where it's not even an option anymore. And you don't want to reach that point when you're in your 40s and 50s. And now, like, you don't have your youth anymore. You don't have as much time to actually use all your potential. Right? So you want to learn this early, figure this out early, and really try and give it that effort to stop being so lustful. Because then you gain the right sort of lust, the lust for life, the lust for your own potential, the lust for your own journey. You start to crave that. And then you start to attract it. You start to just become everything you ever thought you could be. You know, along this journey so far, I've rewired my entire mind and my entire perspective on who I was. You know, I don't take shit from anybody anymore, man. I'm so genuine to me. I'm so genuine to me. And I'm okay with being me, and I'm excited to be me every single day. And I used to not want to be me anymore. I used to hate who I was. But semen retention truly changed everything. It changed my whole perspective on everything. And until you go on this journey and get, this deep in, you won't understand. You'll see videos like this, you'll hear about it, and you'll just think it's, not for you, or it's placebo, or this or that, or, oh, they're over-exaggerating. But no. Why would so many people for thousands of years talk about this practice and have so many positive testimonies of how it changed everything for them? This is very important energy. It's going to give you your aggression back. It's going to give you that fearlessness back, that childlike wonder, because you're not so entrapped by titties and ass anymore. You're not. You're entrapped by your own conscious mind, which is good. You want to just explore more of yourself and your mind, not in no freaky way, but in a real, just innocent way. You want to really just know who you are, and then you get to know who you are. The longer that you go along the journey, you start to get better with just everything in your life. You start to fix everything. You start to actually understand oh man, I need to be a little bit healthier with every single choice that I make, you know, everything that I consume, whether it's social media or food, everything that I consume, I need to be very careful. Even having thoughts of lust will draw you back. You need to just stay completely focused on the mission, and then everything just starts to come to you. Everything that just works to your advantage. And you start to feel really, really good because you're positively reinforced for everything that you're doing. You know, everything is for something now, it feels like. Life feels like life again. Life feels like the early 2000s because you stop consuming social media. You stop consuming, all this goy food that, fogs up your mind. You start to actually take care of your health, your mind, and your body. You train a lot harder. You're a lot stronger in the gym, inside and outside the gym. You're just more of like this monster, this embodiment of just everything. Like, this is just so serious to like, everyone should be on this, but most people will never, ever even get this deep, for like a little more than 4 months in, like, that's not even a long time in retrospect. But a lot of people won't even get this far in. They're too addicted. They're too far gone is what it feels like for them. And I've struggled with so many addictions throughout my life. I struggle with gambling. I struggle with, adult content. I struggle with being addicted to women, being addicted to just food, being addicted to everything. I've always had vices. But once you hop on this, you rewire everything. You tear yourself apart and build something new, build something beautiful. And then you just want more out of being yourself. And you just want to be creative more and start creating and just going down this frivolous endeavor of just greatness. You just want to be impactful to just at least the people around you and inspire the people around you. My friend at work the other day, he started really like working out and taking it serious and locking in because of me. Because he saw my body, how I was, how my mindset and everything, how hard I worked inside and outside of work. You see it when your body is this certain like, crazy like just enigma of a body. And he saw that and started to lock in. And he sensed that I was on semen retention. Obviously, he doesn't know. But it made, like, being on this journey is helping others around me without me even saying anything or doing much. They sense the positive energy and they either retract from it or, latch on to it and want to be more positive themselves and want to better themselves. A lot of people around me started working out because of me. And I've been working out for a very long time, but this is the one time in my life where I really took my health real serious. And you can tell, and it inspired them to do the same thing. He's telling me every single day, like, I'm doing more and more push-ups. I'm doing more and more, cardio. I'm running more. And I'm doing an extra mile. I'm doing this. And he's doing all this after, grinding out the 10-hour shift too. So it's like so just respectable, man. And then you have the people who still complain and give up and do all this stuff. But those people, I can completely ignore and just call them out on their bullshit immediately. Like, realistically, like someone was trying to lecture me earlier today or yesterday, whatever. Earlier today, but I slept, whatever, same day. Someone was trying to lecture me earlier and just tell me about sacrifice. That I needed to understand I need to sacrifice certain things in my life to get certain things. Telling me that? Really? When I know what you do, how you act, you don't sacrifice at all. You don't practice what you preach at all. I sacrifice way fucking more than you. And you're telling me that I need to sacrifice things sometimes? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I literally told him straight up on his bullshit. Like, no, I need to be focused on myself. I need to be selfish sometimes because I sacrifice all the time. I put people in front of myself all the fucking time. And then the one time that I don't, I try to get guilt tripped into, oh, you need to, help other people. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Seriously, man. And then this person was complaining about, how he had to do all this bullshit, this and that. Oh, his life is so terrible. His life is so hard. Just starts complaining to me. And I'll tell him, like, why the fuck why are you complaining? Like, why are you even telling me this? What is the point? Like, seriously, and it caught him off guard, Because I never used to call people out on their bullshit. I just agree, yeah. No, man. Like, especially if you're trying to bring negative energy into my fucking life, fuck off with that shit. Any negative people, you just need to absolutely ignore or call them out on their bullshit. If they really want to just keep on talking to you and try to get you in a negative state of mind, just call them out on their bullshit. Just make them mad at you, make them respect you in a certain way, and make them shut down, whatever. Just get that energy away from you as quick as you can and stay in that positive state of mind, stay in that creative state of mind, because that's going to bring your reality closer to you. My reality is just flying to me right now. Everything's just happening so quick, but it's this calming, like, yeah, it's happening kind of energy right now. You know what I mean? Like, everything just feels like it's falling into place, and everything that happened throughout my life was for a specific reason, and this is the perfect timing for everything. This is the perfect timing for me to be executing so hard at life, man. And it's all thanks to my balls, man. Before I go to bed at night, I gotta start kissing them goodnight, Start rubbing them and kissing them goodnight, because they're doing some magic. It's like a genie in a bottle. I need to start just rubbing it and making my wishes. Seriously, man, your balls are all you got, and you're taking it for granted. You're taking it for granted. You don't understand how good this feels. I try to explain it to you guys, on the daily, of how good it feels most of the time when I'm not flatlined out. Like, I'm on, like, no food right now, no carbs, and I have so much mental clarity, and I feel so good, and I've worked the past 6 days straight, and I still feel good. I still have a positive, frame of mind, a good head on my shoulders, and, this would have destroyed me back in the day. Right now, my diet would be shit. Working, I would be complaining about. I'd have zero money in the bank. I wouldn't be saving my money. I'd just be spending it all. I would just be doing all the bad habits, and I would still feel stuck. I would still not understand where I was going, what my direction was. But right now, I completely understand who I am, where I'm going, and everything. Like, I'm just so happy and excited to pursue a new day, to pursue the next day, and just, like, kill it again and again and again, and just keep on going. Keep on striking the iron while it's hot. And I'm so proud of myself, man, that I was able to actually do something for once in my life and stick to it. And doing this one thing made me, be able to stick to everything in my life. Stick to my word with everything in my life. And I'm getting to the point where I almost finally kicked lust, I'm not even, like, staring at women in the gym anymore, this or that. I'm really just in my mind all the time, just thinking about, what I'm doing in the moment, like hitting a set, or I'm thinking about my near future and all my dreams, and just having that on replay in my mind constantly, and not letting any negative energy enter my realm, my fear, my sphere of just conscious. It's like a force field that you start to develop around you that people can sense, They won't mess with you. they'll retract from trying to pour negative energy into your life. They'll retract from it. And that's how you start winning, man. When you are just authentically you, you understand your purpose, and you have the nuts to just pursue every single day. Even when it's a slow day, even when it's a bad day, you still just get through it and you push on through. That's how you win, just consistently getting better, consistently putting in the work. And that's what I didn't understand years ago, of how consistent you had to be with just being on point every single day, showing up every single day. It's so important, because you give a couple days off here and there throughout the year, it stacks up to a couple months of you just doing nothing, you just being lazy, and you just wasting time. And then more than a couple months, because even once you get off that lazy bender, you have to restart now. Then you get fired up again, and then you get lazy again. So it just becomes this cycle of just doing a whole lot of nothing for a year, and then you look back at the year and wonder why you made zero progress or even regressed within the year. If you're regressing from year to year to year, you need to really step back and realize you are slowly dying. You're not living anymore. You need to be progressing, and not in no crazy way, but just internally, just becoming better as you, as yourself, trying to get back to what you always were. Don't forget your dreams. Don't forget, all your, why you were put here on this earth. Don't forget any of that. Just remember. Semen retention makes you remember who you were. Remember everything about what you wanted to do. All my dreams re-sparked. And then all the thoughts in my head are telling me how to do it. It's giving me the instruction manual on how to get there and how to achieve those things. And that's what I'm proactively doing right now. And then you become a self-fulfilling manifestation of just progress. You're manifesting constantly, but you're accidentally manifesting a life that you don't want. You shaped your life out to be what it is right now. And you need to reverse all that. You need to unravel everything you did and then start making progress again and start manifesting in the right direction. That's how you start winning. That's how you start conquering who you are. All thanks to your balls. That's really it for this one. I love you guys like always. We're going to hit 365 days on this shit. I appreciate all the support that you guys give. I don't even ask you guys to like the videos. You guys like it. You guys comment. I just appreciate it. And I'm happy to help you guys stay motivated on days where you might not feel it or this or that. I'm happy I could help you guys just push on through and make you guys remember what you're doing this all for. That you could push through, that you will succeed if you actually just put in all that work. Just keep on pushing, y'all. I love y'all as always. Shorter.